Assalamu alaikum, welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition Netherlands. Submission of list of candidate files. Celebration of the International Customers Day. For international scene, Uganda began all the activities. Those were the headlines, and now welcome to the national news. The president of the coalition of the Union for the Presidential Majority, UNP, Mr. Abdulkadir Khan Mohammed, has officially filed in the light noon of the office of the Minister of Interior the candidacy file of the UNP for the legislative election 2023, and this in accordance with the law in force. Therefore, in the rules in force, the Minister of Interior has used a professional receipt or declaration of the candidacy for the legislative election 2023 of February 24, 2023 to the President of the UNP, Mr. Abdul Kadir Khan Mohammed, noted that the candidacy file, official file by the President of the UNP concerning the list of candidates of the UNP for the legislative election 2023 of the city of Djibouti and the 5 regions of the interior. And so they also the Union for the Democracy and Justice with the list Ilya Ismail Gedi have felt their candidacy file upon their arrival at the office of the Minister of the Interior was welcomed by the Minister Saeed Noor Hassan and his close collaborator. And after the reception, the President of the UADC handed over her candidacy file and received in return of professional reception from the Minister of the Interior, Mr. Saeed Noor Hassan recalled that the deadline is tonight until midnight. The counterpart around the world, Djibouti Customer Cecil officers celebrate today the International Day and dedicated to the theme celebrated every year on January 26. The International Customs Day is an opportunity to promote effort and daily activity to facilitate trade and fight against smuggling and illicit products that harm the health of the population, placed under the HC of the Prime Minister Abdulkadir Khan Mohammed. So the participation of the Minister of Budget and Director General of the Customs and the Indirect Right, Mr. Goulet Ahmed Youssef. The event organized by the Directorate General of the Customs and Indirect Right pulled together at the Kambiski Hotel members of the government, senior officials of the public institution, many representatives of the private sector, and the area of customer officer. The theme chosen of this year 2023 is the support of the new generation, promotion knowledge sharing and the strengthening the pride of the customer's profession. It is an opportunity to promote their effort and their daily activity in the file. On the menu from the beautiful thanks to the presentation of the different system used through the skit on daily activity of the customer officer at the end of the ceremony, the official gave certificate of their connection to several other officials of institutes that have collaborated with the Directorate General of Customers and exercise. So For his part, the Director General of the Customers, Goulet Ahmed Yusuf Saeed, said that through this event, his state affirmed its solidarity with the World Customer Organization and the customer community. Before I address this theme, I would like to remind you that last year of the World 2022, the day was placed under the sign of the Digital Customers for a Progressive Commitment, and as such, I have the great pleasure to inform you that the Directorate General of the Customers has demonstrated all these procedure, allowing the significant reduction of the clearance time with the reduction in cost, and has concretized its policy of trade facilitation. By choosing this year's theme, the WCO committed its member to promotion of the consumer profession for future generation and the sharing of their knowledge in order to show the pride of the customer profession in this promotion. The Directorate General of the Customer contributed the modestly through the various internship of its offer to university student and student of industrial and commercial high school in the field of logistics and transport. For this purpose, a professional mission visit was organized on January 19 for students in Master International Transport and Logistics Strategy at the headquarters of local company, and in customers has always endeavored to provide its staff with skill and technical know how validated by diplomat and certificate, so that they are fully capable of meeting the technological and economic challenge of today. On the top of that, the Minister of Budget, Isman Ibrahim Roble, was pleased to have participated in this ceremony dedicated to the international celebration of customers. It is with a renewed pleasure that I want to be like that I join you today to celebrate the International Customers Day 2023, commemorated by the customer community around the world. The theme of supporting the new generation through the promotion of knowledge, sharing, and strengthening the pride of the customer's profession. This theme focuses on the importance of the customer's profession, and it is a continuous strengthening the capacity. Customers officers are essential to ensure that the customer's management meets the international standard. This judicial choice demonstrated that the customer administration and the customer community of Djibouti aim to live up to their commitment in order to put at the heart of their efforts and direction the concept of recovery, silently and renewal. Finally, the Prime Minister Abdulkarim Khan Mohammed recalled that this day highlighted the considerable effort made in the file of a customer organization, and the international customers community is celebrating. It is this 17th anniversary. I am just delighted to be among you and share with you this day the age of the customers, as me Presidents have recalled. The theme of this day interestingly the cover education, training, and employment education, and in particular training in the field of innovative technology is a great level to improve the performance of the customer administration. So, a ceremony was held today at the Mariama Operation Training Center in Djibouti to honor the departure of battalion of the Djibouti Armed Forces, the Hilwalal Tain petition, which will be deployed to Somalia with a mission beginning Saturday, January 28, 2023. This ceremony is part of the ongoing effort by the Djiboutian government to support peace and security in the region under the auspices of His Excellency Ismail Margeli, President of the Republic, Head of the Government, and Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. This petition will be the 10 deployed since 2011, with a total of more than 10,000 Djibouti military personnel having participated in this mission since its inception. In this end, each Djiboutian soldier has been fully equipped and training to perform their mission effectively with a high level of commitment that meet international standard. Their employment will contribute to a sustainable improvement of the security situation in Somalia by supporting ATM's operation in Sector 4 of Hiran against the terrorist group Al-Shabaab or any other type of the threat that many hinder the security of the broader country. That's the Minister of Defense in charge of the relation with the parliamentarian, His Excellency Hassan Umar Mohammed, and the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, presided this morning at the 7:10 a.m. the closed ceremony of the preparatory data and of the phase of the Petal Hill 10 in view. It is upcoming deployment the prepared the leader, the security and defense forces, the senior official of the ADF, some foreign representative as well as several city civil authorities also took part in this event. So after the reading of the Holy Quran, the command of the weapon hell speech, which we did as follow, the deployment of
قمرا منيرا وهو الذي جعل الليل والنهار خلفة لمن أراد أن يذكر أو أراد شكورا وعباد الرحمن الذين يمشون على الأرض هونا وإذا خاطبهم الجاهلون قالوا سلاما صدق الله العظيم.
Le bataillon Hildi s'est composé.
So the deployment of the Hilwala Latin pattern is part of the ongoing effort by the Djibouti government to support the peace and the security. So the speech of the General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, he said, I would like to thank you, Mr. Secretary of Defense, for agreeing to preside over this solemn ceremony marking the departure of the mission. And there is our second regime of of our country in the framework accepted the behavior of the Jewish nation. I took the Almighty to persuade in our country the good end of stability and peace. However, it is our duty to stay awake and increase our vigilance at all levels to counter any event, any possible threat. The commitment to return from Djibouti to Somalia, which lasted for 12 years, stem from of His Honour Police of His Excellency, the President of the Republic, who has always supported peace and stability in our region and the world. In the state against the terrorist group away from our border in order we protect the interest and the supreme place of our country. Also, in this day, despite our ministry say the general security, our limited ministry, we have already deployed to not prejudice anyone, men or women, in sector for Iran and manage in the framework of GCR. We have certainly separate human and material laws. However, the Jewish army continue to perform remarkable action and above all had won the confidence of the inter-Somali population. I ask you to observe 1 minute of silence. You read in memory of all our material Fatiha for this opportunity. I would like to thank the French forces strengthening the Djibouti for their support, individual equipment and the training of the erecting, as well as the self-defensive force of Japan for the support and equipment the infirmary of Camp Mariam. Then the general and the minister of defense went to the foot of the monument dedicated to the martyrs to lie wreath and read the Fatiha.
قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون ويستبشرون بالذين لم يلحقوا من خلفهم لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. صدق الله العظيم. صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم اغفر لحينا وشاهدنا وغائبنا، اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيه على الإسلام ومن توفيته منا فتوفاه على الإيمان.
So to celebrate the departure of Patahil, the time, but also to commemorate the return to Djibouti and the end of the mission of the soldier of Patahil 8, who will soon be returned with their family. The Minister of Defense, the Chief of General Staff of the Armed Forces, as well as the honorable guests will go to the refreshment point to take advantage of the interment prepared by the Harbi Folkloric group, which will perform traditional military songs and celebration in every friendly atmosphere. So the Director General of NPH, Dual Saeed Mahmoud, invited the employees of his department for the presentation of certificate during dinner at the Sheraton Hotel. This Tuesday evening was attended by a member of the government, the Director of RTD, the Abdi Jama, the Director of ADDS, the Director of NC, and representative of many and others organization and personality, but also employees. In a good atmosphere, the general management thanked all these employees for the excellence and quality of work done during the year 2022, and he congratulated each one of the team for the effort made to make a progress of the National Agency for Disabled People. At the end of the ceremony, the participant leaders handed over a certificate of merit for the job of the National Agency for Persons with a Disability. As part of the preparation for the Djibouti International Health Marathon, which will take place on Friday, January 27, 2023, the Djiboutian Coast Guard has taken the initiative to proceed with the beautification of the Guled Stadium with host this event. Therefore, the high-stave and technical means of the Djibouti Coast Guard have been mobilized in larger number of the cleaning of the stadium and the surrounding, but also to perform various work of upgrading. The Djibouti Coast Guard is fully and determinedly involved with the project to improve the quality of national infrastructure and has already finalized several projects within the Guled Stadium, including the installation of chairs in the stands. And for the international scene, and while the training starts in Uganda, according to the government officially, the East African country expected to start production by 2025. The Junior National Offshore Oil Corporation (CNOOC) operated the file. It is an exciting moment for us as a national oil company, but also an exciting moment for us as a country because there has been a general fatigue within the country on when first oil will came out. Today is not a first oil, but certainly is a big step in the right direction. It is the day when we commission the trial in the of the wells that will lead. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention and our evening.